I'm going to try to make this really, really super quick. And I've never been a girly to come to the internet or talk about anything that I've been experiencing, because that's just not me. But I figure that the only way to get through this is to try to make this situation funny. And I'm going to share it with y'all, because sometimes life be crazy, but sometimes people be crazier. Okay, boom. So my homeboy moved in over the Christmas holiday last year, right? Fast forward to him getting fired at the end of June, and then 5 days later, him being hospitalized because he has a diabetic episode, like a bad one. Like diabetes so bad, they said if I didn't force him to come into the hospital that he would have died. No big deal, right? Okay. So I have been really, really trying to have his back and help him out financially and all these different things. And he has really great doctors by our house, and he has just continued to do weird things that I'm like, that's interesting, or that doesn't make sense. So get this. So one of the things that diabetics really cannot do is cut their toenails, because they are prone to infections and things like that. What does my homeboy do? Cut his toenails. And you want to know how I find out? I take him to the doctor for just, like the checkup. They've had him going every 2 weeks since the episode happened. And y'all, I was pissed. So pissed. So y'all know I always got something to say. And when I don't have nothing to say, I am livid, okay? So to wrap this up, the doctor also goes in on him. It's like, you have to go to a podiatrist, not a nail salon, because he's like, oh, what's a specialist? Like the nail shop? And I'm like, didn't you already have an issue where you went to the nail shop and they cut your toenails or something, and then you had to have emergency surgery because it was like some bacteria eating at your toe? But that's not what we're here for. So the doctor tells him the same thing, like, you have to go to a specialist. Also, we have to monitor this, because if it doesn't heal properly like that puts you at risk where you potentially have to get your toe cut off. We don't want that to happen. So he's like, in the meantime, when you go home, make sure you're cleaning this like with peroxide, and you let it get air. So that means don't put a sock on or anything, and only wear shoes, if you have to, like if you're going to go for a walk or something. Simple, right? Wrong. Okay. Y'all, so I'm like, why you got that sock on? The doctor told you not to wear a sock. And he was like, he already cleaned it. I was like, but he also told you that you need to let it breathe. So he ends up taking the sock off. All right, cool. The next day, I'm like, why you got that sock on? He's like, oh, I cut a hole in it. I cut a hole in the bottom of it. I said, what the fuck? What is a hole at the bottom of the sock gonna do for a cut that's at the top of your foot? Y'all, he goes and cuts the feet out the sock. Just don't wear the sock. Dude, he was trying to be innovative, and I can't be mad at that. Y'all, I just was like, okay, you doing too much and not enough at the same time. So I just gave him my flip-flops, because he don't even have like flip-flops or house shoes or anything. And if I told y'all why he don't have flip-flops or sandals anymore, you wouldn't even believe me. And I'm just like, make it make sense. So then, please, pray for me. Pray for my sanity. Pray for my peace.